Welcome to episode 1386 of the Multifamily Collective. Today, I wanted to talk about the role of a coach in your life. And I want to take us back to a moment in time. It was high school for me. I played basketball. For those of you who know me, I'm 6'8", and enjoyed a rather rich basketball experience or career, if you want to call it that, through D1 college basketball at Texas Tech University. But back in high school, I had a coach, Steve Henry, who would repeatedly make the statement that his job was to watch the scoreboard. His job was to pay attention to the bigger picture going on in the game. And that our job was to just simply go out and play the game, to relax, to ease into, to play the roles that we were supposed to play on the court, to pay attention to what was happening real time with our teammates and the competitors that we were playing basketball against. And his job was to pay attention to the scoreboard. And so he would go on to say that if we do our jobs well, that he would not let us down in making sure that he was strategizing throughout the game germane to the score of the game or the tempo of the game or what was happening from a bigger picture perspective. So he would say, pay attention to the game. I'll pay attention to the scoreboard. Now, let me just take a little off ramp here and tell you why he would say that, because many times, and you'll see this in youth uh, basketball games, or you even see it in the NBA or in college, but you see it toward the end of the game, not necessarily throughout the game. But you would get caught looking at the scoreboard. We would get caught looking at the scoreboard, and things would happen in the game because you were not paying attention to what was happening in the game. You were rather paying attention to what was happening on the scoreboard. So that's the why behind the what. He would try to keep our attention and our focus on the things that were necessary for us to win the game. The next play, the next thing, the next dribble, the next shot, the next defensive hold or stop in the game. He would pay attention to the score. And he promised that he would guide and direct us as it relates to creating an outcome that was as much about winning as it was about playing the game itself. So, my encouragement to you today, and the point that I'm getting to, is having a coach in your life, having a mentor in your life, having a teacher or a trainer in your life who is paying attention to the future, who is paying attention to something out there called an outcome and the space between now and that outcome. Having someone in your life that is willing to punch you in the nose from time to time. That is my funny way of saying somebody that is willing to tell you the things you don't want to hear, to give you the feedback that is necessary for you to be a good person along the way, but to achieve outcomes that you want to see personally and professionally in your life. So find a good coach, find a good mentor, find a good teacher, find a good trainer, go out there and do that today. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.